beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2021. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Now, recently I have felt that the energy of the collective has been quite low, so I thought of ways to really inspire and uplift by uploading short, sharp videos to TikTok. I've migrated over there. I'm still going to be on YouTube, of course, doing what I do, but on TikTok I've got 60 seconds or less videos of nature, moments to take a breath. Also, there's sort of inspirational quotes, pick a card of the day, information on crystals and how they empower you and enrich your life. But also there's a wonderful Q&A facility on there that I'm really getting to grips with in order to connect you all on a deeper level. So if you are on TikTok, please follow the link in the comments box below and I'll see you there. But of course, if you're not on there, I'm not asking you to migrate over there, of course. So again, it is free, no money, no e-gifts, no donations. Now, I've just been made aware as well that someone on TikTok is masquerading as me already, and they're sort of offering free readings, and then it becomes they want you to pay for something. So just be mindful, okay? I will never ask you for a cent, a penny, nothing. Never. So just be aware, okay? Now let's move straight on to your monthly reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, so we have just come through your season and we are now in Sagittarius season. So what does that mean for you? Well, you may have felt a little bit like going off grid during your season, a little bit under the radar, but now that we are moving into Sagittarius season, that is about action. It's about transformation. It is about wonderment, exploring our options and our boundaries, but also it's a time of optimism. It's about picking up the pace and going after, embracing adventure, growth, and also it is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, and abundance. So it is a very positive time for you. Now also let us see what it means. I mean, straight away you got the Sun card. Okay, so very, very positive energy there for you as we move through the month of December there. Now your second house, how would you like to receive? Thank you so much. And we have the Judgment. We've got the Lovers card and we've got the Judgment card there. Now your second house is activated for that new moon, and it is actually going to be about your money. It's about possessions, but it's most importantly, it's about the house of value, how you value yourself, and you know, are you fairly recompensed for all the energy that you put into your goals, your dreams, to people? So that will be really heavily weighing on your mind. It may have been something recently that you've been wondering about as well as we move into that new moon in Sagittarius. So that second house will actually activate, you know, how you believe your ambition or your passion is fairly recompensed. But it's also about recognizing that you deserve the best in a situation, whether that's more money for what you do, or whether it is about, you know, better friendships. For example, if you are always doing the legwork in a friendship or a love relationship, it is about recognizing that you deserve them to meet you halfway and put in, of course, what they can in terms of energy. I'm not asking, you know, people to say, you need to be better friends, okay? It's about acknowledging that if you're always doing and you're feeling out of pocket when it comes to energy, love, all of those things, sometimes we got to take a step back and reevaluate, okay? So I feel like you'll be doing a lot of that. Also, this time tends to be about passionate relationships. It's about passion. Sagittarius energy is a fire element. Now, your protagonist energy there is the Sun card. So you are being really optimistic as you close out the year. A lot of the signs are having a bit of an awakening when it comes to December, as we are sort of thinking, it's almost like this is a closeout month to the year, and although it's not even over yet, you may be finally or firmly looking towards 2022 as something that is going to be way more positive, okay, than this particular year has been. Now, the Sun card is about awakening, you seeing things clearly. On a grounded level, this is about you being confident in your accomplishments and taking it to the next level, I feel, for you. I also feel like there's a bit of a renewal of hope here. It's almost like you're getting second wind on something. I feel like something that maybe you lost your passion for, your drive for. I feel like you are finding that motivation to carry you through, because we got the Sun card, which means you're basically going to be committed to a goal, a dream, and really receive some successful news here. This is a card of abundance. But also we got the Lovers card and the Judgment here. So you may be weighing up your options when it comes to something that you love doing, that you always had passion for. And you may have felt a little bit lackluster recently, like, you know, although your love for it is still there, you may have felt like your drive or your energy has not been there. You feel like maybe you've peaked when it comes to your energy and you're like feeling a little bit low energy. I feel like you're going to get that energy back and you're going to be motivated to reconnect to something that you loved doing a while ago, or it could be your job. For example, you may have felt recently that you're putting a lot of effort in and it's going nowhere, or you feel like you're not getting that buzz from what you used to do. I feel like that's going to be reactivated in the month of December. Also, I feel this is about relationships as well. Because we've got the Lovers card there, which tends to be about partnerships. Now, whether that's business partnerships or friendships or love relationships, you've been feeling quite isolated recently because this is in your antagonist position, the resistance position. So you may feel like a little bit alone, or you may have felt really separate recently, and although there's people around you, I feel like there are people around you, but I feel there's something here, either you felt like you had to do it alone, or you felt that you've cut yourself off recently. I feel like the challenge is reaching back out to those people, reconnecting to those people who really actually care quite a lot about you. So I feel like you're going to be giving some friendships or situations a second chance to prove themselves or to prove the situation, or just to reconnect and sort of work out who's meant to be in your life or what is meant to be in your life as you move forward. Because the Judgment card as your unified energy is about what do you take with you on the journey ahead. It's about weighing up your options, having a wake-up call about your life's purpose. And you may be, how can I put this? I just feel sort of vitality, there's revitality. It's almost like energy is revitalizing friendships, relationships where you may have felt very dormant recently. Now the Sun card is you going after your happiness. This is you being in pursuit of that happiness, but I feel you're spiritually aware to recognize that happiness comes from within you first, okay? So that's why I feel like maybe you've cut yourself off recently or in the last couple of months to really focus on what makes you happy. And you recognize it's not outside yourself, it is within you. Now, of course, situations beyond our control or outside ourselves have the power to influence how we feel in any given moment. But once we are truly aligned with ourselves, it makes it pretty impossible or pretty difficult for those situations to really touch us at the core. So I feel like you're trying to find that level of inner peace with this Sun card. I feel like there's a breakthrough on something. We will go deeper and find out, but I feel like there's a real breakthrough on something that brings a real smile to your face in December. It puts you in the spotlight for something really positive, okay? Now this could be material happiness, but I feel like there's a joyous outcome here if this is success. And I feel like you've got your eye on success, and whatever is in your mind, you can have in the hand. So I feel like it's almost like you're getting a second chance at something. So if you felt like there was a missed opportunity or something didn't go your way, it's coming back around, because the Judgment card is, it's almost like reappearing in your world, revitalization, renewal. Now, we got the Lovers card here, so this could be that you felt pretty separate from situations or things that you loved doing, because Scorpio, you are a sign of passion. You know, you're never really a person who's like, yeah, I'm not really sure about it. You're either, you love it or you hate it. You know, you're one of those people. You know yourself strongly in terms of your emotions. But recently, they're just giving me this energy that sometimes you may have felt a little bit like numb, or it's almost like you've gone dormant. Okay, I feel like that's been quite a lot throughout the last 18 months as well there. But the your 8th house at the end of the month is activated, which is about transforming not only your finances, but again, it is about your self-worth. It's all tied up in this month. So you may be looking back at the year that you've had and remembering the good times and releasing anything that, you know, you feel separate from or that you have no love for anymore. It's almost like you're cultivating your world. Now, this could be also someone that you've separated from, whether they are friendships that you put on hold, or whether they are love relationships that you feel have been on hold. I mean, it looks like there's something coming back around again. So it could be someone from your past reaching out, someone that you maybe have felt was a soulmate, but it's almost like it could be someone you have a lot of care for. So it could be a friend, for example, or friendships. You know, if you felt really isolated or separate from something, I feel like that's about to change, okay? The Lovers card is about choice. There's something here where you may have felt like you had no choice. The power was elsewhere. I feel like you're regaining that power, okay? I feel like things are going to pick up the pace for you. And I feel this is your challenge for the month of December. Reconnecting to people, networking, if you're, for example, your work requires networking. I feel like you're looking back sometimes also, Scorpio, with a bit of regret about something. Okay, and it's almost like you want a do-over on something. Now, that's not to say that you did something wrong at all, and please don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but I feel like there's a bit of a rose-tinted glasses feel to this, where you're looking back at the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Now, that could have come from Scorpio season, because Scorpio season, as you know, asks us to look inwards and really sort of isolate ourselves and sort of process heavy duty kind of emotions, things that we tend to as humans avoid. So there may be some of that left over in this month, where you're looking back at some of the things you wish you had done differently, or you wish you had said something differently, or everything was meant to happen as it has happened. Everything happens in divine order. What is meant for you will never pass you by. But I feel like there is something coming back around here for you, and you're having a real wake-up call with regards to this as well. The Judgment card says you know what you need to do as you move forward. So if you've been searching for the light, I feel like you're going to find it. You're going to find that awakening, and you're going to move forward. You're going to be called to follow your heart, your soul, and I feel like you're judging a situation here based on who you are now, how far you have grown. Because look at that card. You've grown a lot. You've had a real spiritual epiphany. You've really sort of spiritually evolved here. And I feel like your growth is allowing you to do things differently and let go of the past. Because there's a new version of yourself. It's almost like this card is saying you're at a fork in the road. And who or what is allowed to come with you depends on how you judge it or how you deem it as necessary in your world. Things are changing, okay? Now, I also feel like you may have some choices, some tough decisions to make in the next couple of weeks, because this reading is for the month of December. But I feel like you're going to have a real breakthrough here and follow your heart, follow your happiness, because this is your protagonist energy. You're searching for that happy spot, that sweet spot, okay? Something that's going to bring you gold. I wanted to say growth, but they gave me gold. So something that brings you gold. We're going to go deeper and find out what that was about, because just as I'm scrying at the same time as doing your cards. So yeah, maybe it's financial, but it could be gold as in something that just lights up your soul and makes you really happy. But these two cards, they're basically choice cards, decision cards. So you do have a lot of decisions. Now, this could be about you moving further afield, being at that fork in the road, as in what next, okay? But whatever it is, you know that whatever it is you have to do, it has to be in alignment with who you are now, and what you see is it's almost like what your goals are, where happiness will lead you. Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of soul. I feel like you're really following your heart here. Now, if you're looking for love, I would say that you're attractive. I mean, you're always attractive, my beautiful Scorpio, but you're magnetic, even more so in the month of December. I really feel like you're shining that light of yours, and people are going to be really attracted to you. And I feel like you're going to turn a lot of heads. I do feel like you will have the potential to meet a soulmate here, but I would be wary that there is a potential here. I mean, I say wary, but I'd be aware rather than wary that there is a potential for someone to come back into your life and ask for a do-over or renewal, okay? So let us go into the details and see what's really happening. This is your fated energy for the month, but now here come the details. Just to let you know, I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments to shuffle now, and I'm using them only in the upright. This deck here is the Ex Animo Tarot deck by Bonnegur. We've got the King of Wands, so that's your motivation, your drive, your success. You're taking action on something, and you're going to be very, very successful at it. We got the Emperor. Look at that. Now, if you've ever thought, am I ready to step into a really successful leadership role, and you've questioned yourself or doubted yourself, they're showing you move that energy to the back, because you're about to be very successful in something. We got Eight of Wands, some really good news. Elevation is coming on in here for you. Also, I feel if, for example, you're going for a promotion or some sort of leadership position, I feel like the people who are in power are actually noticing you, and something you've waited for quite some time is going to surprise you. There is so much success here. Look at that. Wow. So they're giving me some you win, some you lose. So you may have felt, I'm going to go one more, you may have felt there was something that did not go in your favor recently, but I feel like there's something better to replace it, is what I'm getting here, that's coming on in, something you don't even see yet. Okay, now we got the King of Wands energy. So this is covering that Sun energy, and we got the Two of Pentacles. So you've been doing a lot of multitasking, spinning all of the plates. I mean, you must be exhausted, my beautiful Scorpio. I feel like you've got a lot of options coming on in, but I feel like you've worked really hard to get here. Whatever it is you've been doing, it's almost like I see you like, you know, they're showing me right now the game of Tetris. Okay, they're showing me Tetris. Where all those blocks are coming in really quick time, and you have to figure out a way of slotting things into place quite quickly so that things don't build up. So perhaps you've been trying to tie up loose ends and do everything all at once, and you know, I feel like you're going to be really successful at this, but I feel like you're maybe quite exhausted with the amount of energy that you've been giving, and I feel maybe perhaps you've been feeling it hasn't been as rewarding as you had hoped, is what I feel, but I feel that's all about to change. The King of Wands is an influencer, someone who is passionate about what they do. So I feel like you're going to find that motivation, that drive as well. Also, I feel this is courage to sort of take it to the next level. You've got bold leadership energy in your reading and success. To have that Emperor there as well. The King of Wands is someone who, it's almost like normally you are very steady in the progress that you make, but you may make a calculated risk and it pays off, okay? But I feel like you've got some options here. That King of Wands energy is you sort of finding that creativity within you, finding a new way of doing something perhaps in order to get a different outcome. They're just showing me that you've got like a, how can I put that? It's almost like you're getting this extra energy from somewhere. It's recharge almost. And I feel like people start to notice you. I feel like you're going to be in the spotlight for something, because it's crossing the Sun card here, but it's something that you may have waited for. They're asking me, do you really want it? Okay, because this Two of Pentacles here is, it's like an undecided energy. It's almost like, I don't want to say you've got fingers in many pies and you know you got to pick the pie that's the most important to you, but I just kind of get this energy that you're trying to build security, but you're doing so much to, when you do so much, it may almost chip away at your motivation, and that may be why you've been feeling quite low, because it's not satisfying. It's almost like you're doing so much that you're not really tying up loose ends on all of the things. It doesn't feel as satisfying. So I'm just going to see what that energy is, before I move forward. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify? The Three of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's making you feel a little bit stuck mentally, perhaps. Okay, the Three of Swords in the reverse is like it's almost like some things, when they don't go your way or the way that you'd hoped, you know, it's disheartening and it can be painful. But I feel like you're getting over the things. If there was rejection or something went in another direction, I feel like it keeps you stuck for a little while. They're saying just don't get hung up on the things that you cannot do. You are, I mean, you're pretty powerful with all these cards showing up. You're pretty powerful in your energy, but you're also human. So recognize that you don't have to do everything all of the time. The Three of Swords in the reverse is rest, because if you don't rest, you know, you're going to be stuck. You're going to burn yourself out completely. Six of Swords in the reverse is stuck energy. It's like it just feels like there's like you're unable to move on if you don't finish something. I'm not really sure what this is that they're trying to give me here, but they're showing me that there's no peace of mind. Swords are often about the mind and about mental conflict and communication. So maybe you're not communicating your needs, or this came up earlier in the Taurus reading about delegating and things like that. So if you're spinning a lot of plates, maybe, you know, you're giving so much energy to all of the things, you've got no energy left for you, which leaves you feeling unmotivated in the end, because you're like, I'm exhausted, I've got nothing else to give. So your passion, whilst it's also, it is a superpower and it's so important, it's also a curse to you, my beautiful Scorpio, because you put all of your energy into something. It's like you put your 200% in and you've not left any energy for yourself or any time for yourself. So that's what I'm picking up here with that for December. Give a little bit more time to yourself, okay? Something you've waited for a while. I feel like there is going to be a real breakthrough on it. There's some really good news coming on in here. We got that Eight of Wands there. But the Emperor here is in the resistance position. There's an energy here of you maybe feeling like you've got a plan or a strategy, but sometimes it gets delayed. Okay, and it makes you feel very frustrated, but everything happens for a reason, and it's about recognizing that, because you've got the Emperor and the Chariot card. You're going to be moving forward. If, for example, you're in a job where there are, you know, authorities ahead, you know, above you, or anyone who's in a position of leadership above you that you have to go through in order to rise up, I feel like they are recognizing your strengths and they are going to push you forward, but there's some sort of delay here. So you may have felt like you've been pretty alone in some situation, but I do feel with the Emperor card that you are trying to temper your it's interesting. It's almost like you're tempering your power in some way. It's almost like you are dulling your shine in some way, and it's keeping you stuck. Or you're not following your heart fully to the max. It's keeping you stuck. So I'm not sure what that's coming through, but let's see. How would you like to receive? We got the Page of Wands, and we got the World. So the Page of Wands can be that you're feeling unmotivated or bored. Now this could be that you're bored with power. You're bored with the fact that you're doing everything you can and you feel like you're not being recognized for the strengths that you have, but you're about to be, okay? The World card is abundance, success. So you're about to have a breakthrough and move into a new cycle where you're stepping into you know, something really positive that allows you to see things clearer why you couldn't move forward before. The Emperor says you are going to boss up. You're going to step into a leadership position, and you may even have like people working for you. They're just saying something about power. Don't let it go to your head, like people have used and abused their power over you. I don't ever imagine that you would, my beautiful Scorpio, but they're just showing me these ties that bind, okay? They're just showing me that there are multiple factors why you've been feeling stuck or felt like you could not move forward on something for quite some time, but that's all about to change. This is your resistance position. This is the challenge position, which means follow your heart. There is going to be somebody in a position of power who sees something in you and elevates you. So if you do have Taurus placements, there's something similar in the Taurus reading. The Chariot card is success, motivation, and movement. So you're definitely going to change something in December there and move forward. I feel like it is not just a personal goal that you're reaching. I feel like it is an ambitious goal that you're reaching, something that you've had in motion for quite some time, for like many, many years even, where there's been no action in it. You've been chipping away at something, chipping away. And I feel like you're having a real breakthrough. Now, some of you could also be moving in or planning to move, because they're showing me a suitcase right now. So either you're packing a suitcase as you're listening to this reading. If that's you, there's something in this message for you, or you're planning a vacation or something, or you're planning to move somewhere. And the Chariot card is a movement card, so that, and we've got the Eight of Wands here. So this could be this travel. There could be you deciding where to move. And I feel like you're weighing up what you're set to gain in that area and what you're set to lose in that area as well. So if you are deciding to emigrate or move further afield, I feel like you're weighing up your options there. I feel like you're really, there's been a very soulful vibe to you, Scorpio, that I'm feeling for this, where you're wondering, where do you fit in? Okay, I feel like following your heart, you will find exactly where you fit in. And I know that sounds so tenuous, like it's like, what does that even mean? But when it feels good, you start to elevate, okay? But if you're trying to force something, because before you used to be really passionate for it, forcing anything, as you know, it will never come. You have to let it come organically. And I feel like it will. It's going to resurface here. The Chariot card says there's a real breakthrough, and a successful one at that. There's a lot of abundance coming towards you. You've got the King of Wands, the Emperor, and you've got the Eight of Wands here, which means elevation, success, great news. Something that you've been working away on is having a real sort of... So they're just showing me an image right now, so I'm really trying to connect to that image. Now they're showing me a vinyl record, and it's going round, but I feel they're not giving me any music to go with that. Vinyl record that's going round. Now they're just showing me that the record kind of gets stuck on something, stuck. Like there's been like a... It's like maybe that's how you feel. You've been going round and round and round circles, and then all of a sudden you're like completely stuck. Or it may feel like someone's a stuck record. They keep saying something, or you keep saying like something that... Let me just pull a card on that energy. If I can't get it, I can't get it for you. I mean, maybe you've been listening to music in the background as you listen to this reading, and your record player just stuck, if you're someone who listens to vinyl. Nine of Wands. Something, maybe you're thinking about giving up on something that you feel pretty stuck on. Because the Nine of Wands is something that you battled away on for such a long time, and you feel that life has been beating you down. And no matter how many times you get up, it's feeling harder and harder to get up with this Nine of Wands. But the Nine of Wands in the reverse is that you're exhausted, okay? And they're indicating with the Nine of Wands in reverse that, have faith. There is a breakthrough. You're not alone. When the Nine of Wands is in reverse, it means, you're not as isolated as you think. Okay, you're not alone in this. Your guides walk with you, but also I feel like there are people here who recognize what you're going through, and from afar, I feel like they kind of stand with you in solidarity and also support you. So I feel like if you're maybe taking on a new role, and you felt it's not, you felt it was never going to happen, I feel like this is going to really surprise you, because it's almost like you always feel like it's not going to go the way that you'd hoped, no matter how much you work, no matter what you battle through. So I feel, be open to this. I don't feel like you're going to have to struggle much longer on whatever it is that you've been struggling away at. I do feel like there's movement. You're having that real breakthrough. The Eight of Wands says elevation. Also, they're indicating something that you felt has not been happening for such a long time. No matter how hard you try, They're indicating it was for protection, because everything happens in divine order. The umbrellas there, you know, they represent protection in tarot, but also in life. I mean, you know, you're weathering a storm right now. You got to go easy on yourself. You know, remember how far you've come, because we're all going through like a major pandemic, and we're all doing the best that we can in the situation that we've got. And I feel like you don't be so hard on yourself, okay, is what I feel here. You got this. I'm so sorry, my beautiful Scorpios. I don't know why I felt that. I'm feeling this level of emotion because I feel like, I just feel like there's this thing here. I feel it's like it's never ending. It's never ending. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm picking up on that energy. But they're showing me that there is a real breakthrough here for you with that Eight of Wands. This is some really good news coming on in that will lead to some sort of recognition, or it happens quite quickly. So whereas you've been plodding along with something, I feel like there's a really quick change that allows you to either move up into a position of power, or makes you make the changes that make you feel really happy and at peace. But it requires you letting go of something. That Judgment card says you're releasing the past. You're releasing ties that bind you to things that are unhealthy. You're releasing, you know, you're releasing anything that does not grow. Because, you know, look, these are two different decks. The flowers are pretty similar. They're not exactly the same. But some things you're keeping in your life and some things you're not. That's the same with people. Some things you're keeping and some people you're keeping and some people you're not. So I feel like you are separating from situations that try to control you or try to prevent you from moving forward. The Five of Cups always says, look at what you're losing. Yes, because it teaches you about what is not meant for you. But turn your attention to what you're set to gain, because there's always something better to replace it. What is meant for you will never pass you by. So I feel like you're growing in a situation. You're learning about loss. You're learning about things that are not meant to be in your world, or you're learning about letting go. It just said letting go. You're learning about letting go. Now, I know this song has come up so many times for you, and I hate to rehash songs, but they keep giving me this song for you. And I'm sure you all know what it is before I even say it, okay? It's come up 2 or 3 times maybe even for your reading, and it's I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it. And it just keeps coming up for you. It's not the song that was playing on that vinyl earlier, because that was silent, there was no music there, but that's coming up. So you've been battling away at something. You do know deep down that High Priestess energy, you're very psychic. And I feel like something either hidden or untoward that you've been feeling for a while, I feel like you're going to see that you were right on something, and to trust your intuition. The High Priestess says, trust your intuition. It will never lead you astray. Some things are meant to be logical, Scorpio, and some things are not meant to be logical. And I feel like parts of your journey have not been logical, especially in the last year and a bit. It's just not been logical. Okay, but I feel like you've been sailing very difficult seas, but you've been navigating them, and they really want you to be aware that you're going to have a real breakthrough. Now, some people may see you as very mysterious because you've cut yourself off from certain situations. I feel like some people are wondering where you are in their world, in your world, or in their world. I feel like they're going to reach out to you because they don't want to lose you from their world, okay? That's what I feel here. I'm going to pull a quick card on that. So if there's been friends, for example, that you've gone a bit silent on, that you felt were trying to control you or in some way were being a bit immature, I feel like these people actually don't want to lose you from their world, and they're going to come towards you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be moving forward. Peace of mind. Okay. They're also going to be reaching out. It's going to be a calmer time. It was a rite of passage. I feel like you were meant to disconnect for a while for peace of mind. Now that you may have felt also that you've been disconnecting from media, social media for quite some time, and really focusing on inward. The 6 of Swords is you are protected. 6 of Swords says, you know, you are being guided to where you're meant to be, and that actually you're going to be transitioning into more peaceful time. You're leaving choppy waters into calmer waters. And this is also a relocation card. So I feel like you could be actually physically making a move, a home move, or it's almost like you're stepping away from drama. Look at those theatrical curtains there. Also, you know, this is a beautiful bird here. It's a peacock. I feel like you're recognizing that if you've been hiding yourself away, it's time to get back out there. So if you're looking for love, for example, this is not meant to be a love reading, but if you're looking for love, I feel like you're going to find your motivation to find a soulmate. You're going to find that drive to move further afield and explore your territory to meet somebody. I feel like you will be talking to somebody very, very soon. Also, I do feel like there's someone from your past reaching out, someone who has a lot of passion, who's very, they have a lot of chemistry with you, okay? And I feel like they're going to talk as well. But I feel like you're moving on, away from drama, away from, I'll leave that one there, out of the difficult time. The fates, yeah. We got the fates here, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor. And if you have a look at that, those people there in that card, it's almost like they were unraveling, but I feel like they're coming back together. You got the fates in the upright. This was fated. This was destiny. There's going to be a lucky break for you in December. A lot of abundance coming your way. Things work out in your favor. So if you're taking a calculated risk, because the fates, the Wheel of Fortune is something to be, it's like a gamble. I feel like it pays off. But this is a good fortune, good karma coming your way. And I feel this is something you've waited for a while. Even in uncertainty, I feel like you're going to find a moment of clarity and certainty. And I feel like you're going to be looking towards 2022 with a much more positive spin. I feel this is a nice surprise for you as you close out 2022. I feel like you get a bit of a positive surprise that takes you away from anything that has been weighing you down, or you feel like you've been losing in situations. So I feel like there's a real positive shift. Let me just see. Thank you so much. The Judgment. I mean, you cannot write this. You got the Judgment card again in a different deck. So they're really highlighting that you've got some decisions to make, but the Judgment says, you know, you will know what to do. Okay, don't deny your heart. You'll make a decision that is in alignment with your true purpose, and you will gain clarity. So you're uprooting. I feel like you're totally uprooting here, and you're leaving what is not meant for you. You're leaving it all behind. Also, I just feel like don't judge yourself too harshly, Scorpio, because I feel like there's a lucky break here for you, and I feel like you put all of your energy into turning a situation around, and now it's paying off. Okay? Just want to pull a card quickly on that High Priestess on its own. Can you please clarify the High Priestess on its own for my beautiful Scorpios? What do they need to know about that? Three of Wands. Looking forward. Okay? I mean, this is like uncovering something about the future or looking forward. It's like now's the time. You may have felt things were not logical. You're like trying to intuitively gauge your movement forward on something. And I feel now is the time to move forward. Now, this could be like a creative collaboration or a partnership with other people. Your ships are coming in is what they're giving me. Something you've been waiting for. Now is the time. There had to be a delay for a reason, because it was not meant for you at that time. You were meant to be protected and but as you can see, look, she looks like she's standing alone on that that rock there, waiting for the ships to come in, and that ship is coming on in now. So if it's in terms of love, I feel like you're about to meet someone by surprise. Okay, someone who really sets your soul on fire. We got two Aries energies here, so this person could be a fire element. Okay, and it's a divine counterpart. I feel like you're meeting a divine counterpart, someone who, it's a very passionate relationship, and the messages are going to be flying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you've been going back, if you've had a separation with somebody and you know, you're trying to work things out, I feel like you and this person can work things out. And I feel like, but you've got to understand each other from each other's point of view. I feel like there's a lot of regrets in the union, but I feel like you can give it a second chance there. If you're in a relationship that is loving and wonderful and kind, I feel like both of you are not taking each other for granted, and I feel like you're really turning your, I feel like you're like a power couple. You're turning your status around for a very positive 2022. I also feel like you could be moving. I just got this energy of you moving, okay? So either you are physically moving home or job or planning a vacation. I mean, that could be a lot of things, but I feel like I'm going to go one more. Is it a permanent move? Oh, we got a little knock there from Spirit. Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's going to be an offer coming on in. This is permanent. Okay, Knight of Cups. This is about following your heart. This is about you recognizing you have a lot to offer and you're going to be fairly recompensed for it, especially since we have the 8th house and the 2nd house of value, okay, being activated in the month of December for you. I feel like an offer is coming on in, whether this is career, because we got the Emperor there and we got the King of Wands. This is something, it's almost like you're reviving your spirit. Look at that. She's trying to give a cup of love to a spirit on the floor. So you're reviving your spirit. You're recognizing you have a lot to offer, and there lies your success. I feel like success is coming on in for you. Even in uncertainty, you can see that moon there, okay? Even when things have felt really uncertain, things are going to turn around quite by surprise for you. And so it's like love all of a sudden. Surprise. Knight of Cups often talks about new love coming on in, or someone offering you their cup of love and it being a permanent thing that leads to a high level commitment. Whether it's a career for you, it depends on what it is that you're hoping for. I feel like there's an offer to do something that you love doing, follow your bliss. It comes out of nowhere, but I feel like it gives you a bit of a fork in the road. There's a bit of a question where you're like, is this what I really want? Do I really want this? Because I feel now it's on the table. Okay, so I'm just going to go and see your finances. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. They were just giving me something there. So now they're giving me a name, I feel, but it could also be a feeling because it's odd the way that they're saying it to me. Bonnie. So Bonnie, that is a name that has come up in a reading before for one of the signs. I'm not really sure who, but Bonnie, but they're giving me this energy of it's Bonnie. Things are Bonnie, like it's good. So, and I feel like that's a Celtic thing. So perhaps even the accent that I've got on it is Scottish. It's like I'm hearing Scottish accents saying Bonnie. So either you're from Scotland or your name is Bonnie or both, or please take it as it resonates. But Bonnie just seems like it's happy or good or something like that. Okay. Okay, so they are giving me this energy with these two cards, first of all. Scorpio, you're not here to fix everybody's problems, okay? They just want you to be aware of that. You're not, okay, whoa, they need to slow down with the energy. Thank you so much, I'm so grateful. It's almost like you're not here to save everybody. So if you felt like you're the person who is always trying to help people all the time, that's a wonderful energy for you, Scorpio, but it could be also the reason why you're burning yourself out, okay? Of course, always help people and always be there for them, but it's not your job to save everybody. It's not your job to always be there to catch people if they fall or if they, so they just want you to be aware of that energy, okay? So I don't know why that's coming through, but it is. Anyway, first card is unethical, okay? And it says, don't lie. Ooh, that for Scorpio, that is serious, okay? Unethical, don't lie is written right across that person's face there, and they've got a big red cross. That is an absolute no-no for a Scorpio. So if you're a cross watcher, never ever tell your Scorpio a lie. I mean, don't tell anyone a lie, right? But Scorpio will see through it straight away. But it says here, don't sacrifice your morals for money. Okay, that's why following your heart is the most important there. It says someone could be stealing or lying to you about their money or your money. And it says unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Okay, now I'm not here to judge anybody, my beautiful Scorpio, but if you're doing things for money that you feel is not in alignment with your heart or with your soul, okay? Just be aware that that could be stealing your energy. You know, it could be making you feel less energy because there's part of you that may be worrying about that. Now, I'm not saying you're doing anything unethical, but I feel like they're just saying, you know, for example, if you work for a company that you feel like you don't agree with their ethics, you know, and it may weigh heavily on your mind, but you need the job and you need to work, of course, nobody's judging you for that. You got to do what you got to do, but they're just saying don't sacrifice your morals for money. You know, following your heart, following your passion is the most important. What people don't realize is as soon as you follow your heart and your passion and do what you love doing, the money actually flows more freely into your life, okay? We've also got mechanic. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Consider career as a mechanic or an automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You have the ability to easily fix your finances, but a sacrifice may be needed. Okay, that's what's coming out there. But I just get this energy of, if you've been feeling, Scorpio, that you've been feeling pretty broken recently because you haven't had the energy. I feel like, you know, your sacrifices may have been the thing that have led to you feeling quite exhausted. But they're saying it might not all be lost after all. I don't feel like whatever you've been pushing forward on and it's not been happening for you, I feel like it's going to move through. Bizarrely, they want another card here, so I'm going to give it. This is not something I normally do. Okay, now 2 came out. We've got caution, so they want you to know, and we've got unrealistic. Okay, so caution, use caution when making financial decisions. Be careful not to overspend, and there could be more going out than coming in. Okay, so just be aware. I mean, it is December and it is a time where people are a little bit more freer with their money. So just be cautious there. We've got unrealistic. Okay, so the dreams there, it's got unrealistic. So perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan and need more careful thought. You could be setting yourself up if you don't get realistic on financial goals. Okay, and expectations in the future can be unrealistic. They need a revision. So find a grounded plan. But I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you're revisiting something and getting a second chance on it, but being maybe a little bit more grounded about it with that strategic planning for that Emperor. Okay, the Emperor plans, strategizes for the future, and actions that plan. So whereas you may be passionate about something, you've also got the grounding to follow it through. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a positive December for you. Just don't compromise your morals. I can't ever imagine that you would, Scorpio. Ever, ever, ever. I really could not. But just be cautious about overspending as well. And you're not here to fix everybody, okay? But you can, if you felt things are not going in your favor, you get to turn things around in December. Now, I'm just going to get the final card before I close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? Disturbance, storm, disintegrate, okay? So that's number 16. Now, number 16 is Tower energy. If you know my readings, you tend to get like a Wheel of Fortune and a Tower at the same time. It means there is a surprise, but it gives you a chance to rebuild. If there's something that's been stagnant, the Tower energy comes along. It is fated energy. It comes along to disrupt the order of the day in order to rebuild in a really positive sense. A lot of people get a little bit worried when they see Tower energy, but Scorpio, I feel like you don't. You and Aries, Tower energy is Scorpio Aries. So it is about that disruptive and destructive force that creates passion, that creates something better. So I feel like you're changing something in your world that may shock a lot of people, but I feel like it brings a positive outcome. If you think about the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Tower, lightning bolt hits the Tower, the crown chakra, okay, which is deep knowing. That something needs to give, because if you're getting a Tower or a Wheel of Fortune, it means something's stuck. Fate needs to intervene to help you along on your journey. And the Tower is something that surprises you. It brings change and upheaval in some way. And I feel like the Judgment card gives you an option to take a different route. And it brings a positive sort of transformation to rebuild something. So if you felt like something you've been working really hard for is just not moving. It's just not budging. No matter how much you try, there is going to be a fated intervention that allows you to sort of take a leap of faith, okay, or a calculated risk, because it's better to take a leap of faith into the unknown than to remain stuck in that tower energy, that prison energy where nothing is happening. But you're going to be moving forward. We got the Chariot there and the Eight of Wands. There's going to be fast-paced movement, okay? Now, also, I'm going to get you an affirmation card, something you should remember when things perhaps are feeling a little bit difficult throughout December, something Spirit wants you to remember. You are worthy. You are worthy of success. Look at that. Love this card. You're worthy of success. You're worthy of love. They said that is the most important sentence. They just said that. That is the most important sentence. You are worthy of love. But also, I feel it came up in the reading earlier. You may not feel like you are ready for a position or ready for success. I feel like you are. You're ready for this. You got this. You're worthy of whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Okay? You are enough. Also, it's number 3, which is the Empress energy. So creatively, something is coming to abundance here. Seeds have already been sown by you. You've already been working for it, and it's going to work out in your favor. They also want you to be aware of your thoughts becoming things, because what you think about, you bring about. So if you feel like you cannot do something, Scorpio, you are right. You cannot do it because you lose the motivation, the drive, or the energy to try. But if you feel like you can do it and you know that you can do it, you're also right, because you find that motivation, that drive, and you will succeed. So I feel like you are going to succeed on something here. Just make sure your plans are grounded and realistic. Don't set yourself up to fail, for example. This is what they're giving me now, which is if you have like a to-do list or something like that, don't have like 10 or 20 things on your to-do list for the day, because that means, you know, of course, you're not going to get those 20 things out of the way. Pick 3 really important ones and succeed at doing those, and slowly. But something really quick is coming on here at the end of December for you, okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. As you may have noticed, I'm away visiting family again. I had to just pop out there for a little while. So I'll be back in my usual surroundings. I forgot my bowl, and they don't have a small enough bowl. So I'm just using this. It's quieter, so it may be less sensitive on your ears, so maybe I'll keep it, but so much Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, so let's see what's coming in for you. We have a key. So we have a key that connects to the world energy, which is a new cycle. You're unlocking something, major breakthrough. I feel like doors are opening for you. The ones that have been closed, Scorpio, that you felt have been closed and it's been a real uphill struggle, they're opening for you, okay? Doors are opening now. And I feel like be open to receive. There is a lot of abundance and success coming your way, but you hold the key, is what they're showing me. They want me to put this on the Emperor card. Your strategy is a winning one, okay? We've also got the Seahorse. Now, the Seahorses, they connect to soulmate energy, love. What is meant for you will never pass you by, but this is something that is... it is long-term. It is a long-term thing. It is permanent. Seahorses, they connect to soulmate energy. So this could be a permanent partner coming on in for you. Love, okay? Divine counterpart coming on in. So they want me to put this on the Lover's card. So I feel like you will have a choice, because I feel like you are turning heads. I feel like both of them got very strong Aries in their chart, okay? Could also be some Leo, Gemini, and Scorpio there too, but I feel like they got very strong very strong Aries in their chart. They will sweep you off your feet if you're looking for love, okay? That's the energy that I'm feeling. It's very fizzy. You feel like excited again, like a teenager with this person. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio. Love and light.